So, we're together today to talk with you about emotional groundedness. And I'm Molly McNamara,
I'm Dana Grindle.
and we're the co founders of the Teaching Fellowship Institute. And we want to talk with you about emotional groundedness because, man, everything can be shifting sand these days,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, wait, Molly, I thought that emotional groundedness, like, doesn't grounded mean, isn't that like new agey to be talking about grounding or grounding yourself? Like, is that biblical?
Yeah, I believe it is. I think of right away the shifting sands that Jesus talked about in the parable where he said, "Hey, unless you build your house on a rock, the sand is not going to hold."
Mhm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that word groundedness means a firm foundation. It means a safe space to stand. Is that what I
Oh,
hear you saying?
yeah, I love it. Safe space. And where is that safe space in today's world? There's
Mhm.
so many changes, and there's so much that we as believers have to navigate.
Yeah. We find often in our work that people don't have a safe space. They don't know how to create a safe space. They don't have that in their homes. They don't know how to establish that in relationships, maybe from the past and the way that they were raised or how they've responded in life. But we find that where we don't have that secure, safe space, where we don't feel grounded, we our emotions are just go with the wind. They just, with every text, with every email, with every person that walks through the door, the emotions are up and down and up and down, and they're just being driven back and forth in the pressures of life and don't have that internal security and peace, that place of peace, that place of secure, safe space, that solid rock to stand on. And we see this with Christians as well as non-Christians. It's not just, sometimes we think, well, I prayed the prayer and I have Jesus in my heart and I know him, so everything's good, everything's fixed. But it doesn't heal those places if we didn't have that already. We don't know where to connect to that.
I recently had that with my issues with seeing. My eyes have been really affected lately, and it can affect your emotional sense of where everything is just by vision changing. So, do you want to ask me a question about that?
Yeah. How did that affect you emotionally from where you were able to see well and consistently, and then you experienced a change where it was more difficult? What did you feel emotionally in that?
I felt really taken off guard, and it can make me slip and slide. I just did not quite know where to be. One of the things I applied right away was expressing my needs with a safe community. That's been a real groundbreaker where I share, hey, I'm struggling today. Here, I could use some help in this area. And not to be overly needy, but to share my needs. And that's a place that I do need to grow in. And that was what God gave me. Another place was to not overdo all the things that needed to be done because there's a lot of things when you're a homeowner and a business owner and running a teaching fellowship institute. It's a lot.
Mm.
So that can be also a place where the Lord was saying, hey, you know what, I can help you with that. Let me give you some different kinds of tools so that you can stay grounded. I found that I had to really apply different strategies and think outside the box, so to speak,
Mhm.
in order to know that I can stay internally emotionally grounded even through a changing situation.
Mm. Yeah, those changing situations, transitions, can be the thing that most stir us up. When we know what to expect, even if it's not great, if our, normal day has been challenging, if I know what to expect in that day, I can feel a sense of security in that because, okay, I've got this. I know it's going to be hard, but I've got it. But then when it changes, we can feel lost. We can
Hmm.
just feel completely lost
Hmm.
and not know how to see our way forward or how to navigate that season and when will it end, and we might find ourselves saying, if I could just get this amount of money or just this accomplishment, or when I get
Oh,
past this moment in time and I just get to this, then I'll be okay. But even in that, we're attaching or aiming towards something that's not a rock. It's not
mm-hmm.
a foundation. It's something that can change. It's a circumstance that also can change.
Yeah, you're so right. It's external to ourselves. And when we apply our groundedness to an external circumstance or condition, we're going to lose ground. And we're likely not to be able to really transition into the next season that God has for us. The more that I've understood this concept, the more grounded I become. It usually begins with me and God. And the place that I start is in my chair where I and God can spend some time together to wonder about some things,
Mm-hmm.
to sing together, to worship Him, to accept and recognize that right where I am is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that place of abundance is right there for us. And that even builds out emotional groundedness.
Yeah.
So we're excited to be sharing this today. We hope that you'll stay tuned for some more as we share more about
Emotional groundedness. And if you're struggling, if you have questions, if you want to know what that could look like for you, reach out today. We'd love to talk to you.